operator overload that's worth understanding is the conversion operator, sometimes called a conversion function. You can think of this like you're overloading a cast operator for casting your class to another type. Let's take a look at an example. We'll open up our rational.cpp again, copy that and paste it into working. I'm going to come down here to the bottom. Well, let's go ahead and we'll maximize this and page through it briefly for the people who are typing along at home. I'm going to come down here at the end. I'm just going to add something. Let's declare a string. And I'm going to concatenate one of our rational numbers to the end of that string and then see out with it. So what we would expect to have happen, assuming that we had this functionality supported, is that it would print out rational as a string, and then it would print out the value of b in numerator over denominator notation. Of course, we haven't built the function for this yet, so we don't expect it to work. But let's go ahead and compile and run and see what happens, and there we get a long cascade of errors for that. And it basically says no match for operator plus equals in s plus equals b. So the way we get this supported is not by adding an operator to string because, well, that won't work, but rather by allowing a cast of our rational class to a string. And we do this by adding a conversion operator to convert it to class string. So here's what that looks like. We say operator, standard string, and we make it const safe. Now we come on down here and we'll come down to the end of our class and we will implement it like this. We have to tell it that this function is in the rational class, and then we give it the body of our function like this. We're going to declare a constant for the size of our string. I'm doing that because I'm actually going to use a C string for this. I like this solution because it tends to be faster and use less resources than the alternative, which would be to use a string stream. So that takes a snprintf function, which does a printf type formatting into a string with a maximum length. And it takes our numerator and denominator values and converts them to ints and prints them out like that. And it prints them into the string, and then we can return this string as an operand to a string class constructor. So it's taking a C string and then converting it to a string class and returning that. So now we have our operator overload for this cast to string, or our conversion operator, and we've declared it in our class up here on line 18, and we're using it down here. So let's save and compile and run, and there we have it. Rational as a string, 5/3. So you can apply this same technique to cast your class to any type. The conversion operator overload is a very useful technique that allows you to use your class as a first class type, fully controlling how it is cast to other types.